An important message for anyone who wants to make serious cash flow and profits from real estate investing. How to make $20,000 in rent-to-own real estate in 90 days or less, guaranteed. Hi there, this is Dave Dubeau from Canadian Profits with a potentially very profitable real estate business proposition for you with an outrageous $20,000 profits guarantee. More about that in a few minutes. So please take a few minutes and focus very carefully on this video and how it can apply to you and your desire to create significant income from real estate investing. Why? Because if you're like me, then you'd much rather get $500, $800, or even $1,000 per month positive cash flow per door instead of the typical $50 to $75 that most buy and hold investors get. $1,000 a month from one house? Don't think it's possible? Here's some proof. Here's a picture of myself in front of a property on Nicholas Street in Kamloops. This is one of our rent-to-own deals. It's currently renting to our client for $2,405 per month. Our monthly expenses, including the mortgage, taxes, and insurance, are $1,292.67. That leaves us with a net monthly cash flow of $1,112.33. This is just one of the deals that I have currently on the go in and around the small city of Kamloops, BC, where I live. There are many other areas in Canada where the property prices are higher and the profit potential is as well. But this shows that this kind of income is possible wherever you may live. Now, why would you want to consider rent-to-own real estate investing instead of traditional buy-and-hold investing? Well, first of all, you don't have to choose one or the other. You should do both. Buy-and-hold is the path to long-term wealth and security. Rent-to-own is for cash flow today and quicker in-and-out profits. Now, who am I and why should you care? Again, Dave Dubeau is the name, and I'm a professional real estate investor who focuses on rent-to-own in Kamloops, BC. Back in 2003, I moved back to Canada with my family after living abroad for 13 years, and I had to start all over from scratch with no credit, no job, and very little money. It was a pretty tough place to be in. After having run a language training school in Costa Rica for 10 years, and with a basically asinine degree in psychology, and without a trade, I was pretty much unemployable in Canada as far as a good job was concerned. Sure, I could have gotten some sort of a medial type of a position, or I could have started over and gone up north working 2 or 3 weeks on and then commuting back and forth to see my wife and 2 little kids. But I didn't want that kind of life for myself or my family. I wanted to be my own boss and write my own paycheck. So after looking at different self-employment options, I decided to try my hand at creative real estate investing, where I could work with very little or no money, get control of properties, and then sell them for a profit. I invested a lot of time and money, close to $10,000, in American-based real estate courses and seminars, and I worked hard at translating it so that it would work here in Canada. My claim to fame is that I did 18 flips in 18 months. Some of the deals were great, and others, well, not so much. But through all of it, one of the most profitable techniques I discovered was doing rent-to-own deals, or as I like to call them, R2O. I got away from investing for several years when I started working with Darren Weeks and Fast Track. Then, just over a year ago, after seeing what my big brother Dan was doing with rent-to-own in Halifax, I got back into the real estate game. I started a new rent-to-own business, and I currently have 7 deals on the go and 3 more in the works. I've written 2 real estate books, Creative Real Estate Investing for Canadians with Ken Beaton, and my upcoming Rent-to-Own Profits for Canadians that I wrote with my brother Dan. For the last 18 months, I've been training new Canadian real estate investors with my good friend Ken Beaton and the co-author of my book. One of the things our students are most interested in is rent-to-own investing. Why? Because when they see the insane cash flow that's possible and the quick profits from a 2-year deal, plus the virtual absence of toilet and tenant problems, they're hooked. Now here's why I like R2O, and you should too. There's a huge demand in every market in Canada. There's a big market of good people who do not qualify for a conventional mortgage. Maybe they're self-employed, which encompasses 20% of all working Canadians. Could be that they have no credit or past credit challenges. Perhaps they're new immigrants to the country. It could be that they've gone through bankruptcy due to health, divorce, problems, etc. Or it could be that they just don't have enough money for a down payment right now. Second reason, you virtually eliminate tenant problems. Let's face it, one of the biggest reasons more people are not involved in real estate investing is because of all of the nightmare stories you hear from landlords. Biker gang tenants who thrash the place and who are kind of tough to evict. marijuana grow operations in rental properties, a big problem here in beautiful BC, having to take months to evict problematic tenants because the system is designed in their favor, and those infamous 3 a.m. plugged toilet calls. It's no wonder that most folks don't want the hassles of owning rental properties, and getting a professional management company that's worth their salt can be a real challenge as well, and good luck getting one that will manage single-family houses. On the other hand, rent-to-own tenants, or we call them clients, are completely different. They are actual homeowners in training. They view the home as their own because it will be their own. And in the rental agreements that I have, the tenant is responsible for repairs and maintenance on the property, and they're happy to do it. Third reason, you get exponentially higher cash flow than you do with traditional rentals. Again, my real estate expert friend Ken Beaton says that he shoots for getting around $75 per door in positive monthly cash flow from his rental properties. Now that's okay when you have 120 plus doors like he does, because he's also benefiting from the other 5 profit centers of real estate investing: appreciation, depreciation, mortgage paydown, leverage, etc. But for most of us, it's pretty hard to accumulate and manage that many properties. With rent-to-own properties, it's common to get $500, $800, even $1,000 or more positive cash flow from just one property. Get 6 or 7 deals on the go, and it can be a full-time income. Here's some more proof for you. This is a property that we have in the small town of Merritt, about 45 minutes away from Kamloops. It's currently renting to our client for $2,330 a month. Our monthly expenses, including mortgage, taxes, and insurance, come to $1,276.60. That means our net cash flow per month is $1,053.40 every single month. Fourth reason, there's excellent profit, plus you're in and out of rent-to-own deals quickly. One of the other challenges with traditional buy and hold investing is the exit strategy. You have to time the markets properly to cash out of your properties. Make a mistake and it could cost you tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars. Rent-to-own real estate investing is much more predictable. You already know what your profits will be when you begin the deal. You know what your starting cost is and what your sale price is going to be. You know what your monthly expenses are as well as your monthly income. You can easily project your profits. And with rent-to-own real estate investing, you make money 3 ways. First of all, with the initial option fee that a client pays you to get into the property. In our case, this has been as high as $12,000. Secondly, with the monthly positive cash flow from the deal, as much as $1,112 per month in our case. And third, with the remaining profit payout at the end of the deal, usually $5,000 to $15,000. Plus, again, you have a very good idea of the time frame of the deal. I typically work with 2 and 3 year plans, so I know exactly when I'll be exiting. Here are some projected total profits from a sample of actual BC rent-to-buy deals. You can see the first one's $33,450. Second one, $38,035. Third one's just $10,689. Fourth, $41,535. The fifth, $44,475. And the sixth there's $39,473. Now, the one there in Sahali, Kamloops is a little apartment that it's a deal that I'm actually doing with one of my employees here at the company. So I'm giving him a smoking deal and a smoking discount as well. That's why that one's so much lower. Fifth reason, rent-to-own real estate is truly a win-win-win way of doing business. Some real estate investors give the whole industry a bad reputation by being scavengers, preying on weak and desperate home sellers and stealing their properties for a pittance. We've all heard stories about scumbags who rip off little old ladies and buy their houses for way below market value. Rent-to-own done properly, and the way I do it and teach it, can truly be a win-win process for everyone involved. First of all, your client wins because they are getting into a home of their own when they wouldn't otherwise be able to do so. They do not qualify for a mortgage with the big banks, yet they don't want to be renters all their lives. By working with us, they're able to pay in their down payment in installments, fix their credit, and live in the home they will be buying in the meanwhile. Our clients love us. Next, you win because you're able to make an excellent profit in a completely honest and ethical way while you are helping someone get into their own home. Here are some other people who win in the process as well. Your investors. If you use investors' money to do deals, they win because they'll be making a much higher return on their money than they would otherwise. All the while, they're getting the backing of good, solid real estate, but without the hassles of being a landlord. Your realtor wins. In our case, we work with a couple of different realtors, and they're thrilled to help us because they know that doing a deal with us is a slam dunk commission. Plus, we're an excellent resource for them to promote to any unqualified home buyers that they come across. Your mortgage broker. They're happy because they're typically getting 2 mortgages per deal from us. One when we buy the property and the other when the client purchases it from us. And again, we're a solution for any clients they come across who do not currently qualify for a traditional mortgage. We can help them save the deal. And the home seller. Whether we're doing a creative sandwich lease or simply purchasing the property from them for a client, we're providing the seller with a fair sale on their property. We don't need to steal it away from them to make this work. We can pay them fair market value for the home and still make an excellent profit for ourselves. There are other people who benefit as well: home inspectors, appraisers, credit repair specialists, etc. So as you can see, it's a real win-win-win way of doing real estate. You're providing a service that truly benefits many people, and you deserve to make an excellent profit at it and feel justifiably proud of yourself. Now, there are 3 primary rent-to-own methods. You can use 1, 2, or all 3. You choose. The first is traditional rent-to-own. This is perfect for people who have a problematic property that they want to sell for full market value. So let's say you're an investor and you bought a property that has turned out to be a bit of a dog. Problem tenants, subpar neighborhood, high vacancy rates, soft real estate market, what have you. By turning your property into a rent-to-own deal, you're able to get a quality person into the property, charge above market rental rates, and get a significant option fee up front. Plus, you're helping a family get into a home of their own when they wouldn't be able to otherwise. So rent-to-own is an excellent solution for any hard-to-sell properties you might have. Secondly, sandwich leases or sandwich rent-to-own deals. With this method, you don't need to own a property, you don't have to have a lot of money for down payments, and you don't even have to have any investors lined up. You simply find someone who owns a property that they're having a difficult time selling. You rent it from them with an option to purchase it, and then you turn around and do the same thing with a client. You charge more rent than you pay out, and you sell the house for a higher price too. So you make money in the middle. That's why it's called a sandwich lease. You are the deal maker in the center of the deal. These sandwich deals are a great way to get started if you don't have much money or many investor partners that you can work with. Plus, you can get up and running fast. We'll be devoting an entire module to sandwich leases in my upcoming R2O training program. And then there's my favorite method, client first rent-to-own. With this method, we find the ideal client first, and then we go out and buy them the house that they want and rent-to-own it back to them. These are grade A clients. They have good income, a big chunk of money to get started with, and easily fixable credit issues. And because we let them pick out the house that they want and buy it for them, these deals tend to be more profitable because we can charge more. So by now you're probably asking yourself, how can I get started doing some of these kinds of deals and getting these kinds of results and profits? Well, I've got a resource for you that will get you going on your path to successful rent-to-own real estate investing. It's called the Live Rent-to-Own Profits Online Training Program. This 8-session web-based course includes the following: 8 high-impact training sessions, 1 a week for 8 weeks. The first part of the training is an online workshop where I teach you what you need to know to start your rent-to-own real estate business. The second part of the call is where I open everything up for questions and answers from the participants, and I go over any concerns that you might have, any questions that you want to know the answers to. Third part is where I give you actual action steps for you to take in order to get the results that you're looking for. And if you're not able to make it for one of the live calls, no problem. We're going to be recording everything, and you'll have access to the online video within 24 hours. That's a way for you to catch up or to review what you learned on the live call. At the end of the program, we'll be sending you a complete program package, including DVDs of all the online events. You can review back to these videos and watch step by step as I take you through the rent-to-own training. You can watch as often as you'd like to on your TV or on your computer. We've got CD recordings of the audio, and that way you can listen to the information in your car while you're working around the house or while you're exercising, anytime it's not convenient to watch a video. You'll also get handouts from the training where you'll have a hard copy of all the training module PowerPoint slides that I use in the training, and you can use these to take notes on and study from. And then you'll also have transcripts of all the calls so you can read along and really cover the most important points and more. The Training modules will be taking place starting at 6 p.m. Pacific time. That's 7 p.m. in Alberta, 9 p.m. out east. And we'll be starting on Thursday, September the 8th, the 15th, the 22nd, and the 29th, as well as in October the 6th, 13th, 20th, and 27th. Let's go over each of the modules quickly. Module 1, getting up and running fast, the fundamentals. So in order to get the most out of your new venture, it's important that you have things set up properly from the very beginning. In this module, I'll be showing you what you need as a basic foundation from which to start building your own rent-to-own business, including how to structure your business, should you incorporate or not, the basic tools that are needed, what are the fundamental items that you should have in order to do business, your power team, who are they, what do you need from each of them, and most importantly, how do you find them and approach them. The next week in Module 2, we'll be going over Marketing 101, finding the deals and the clients. Now it's time to crank it up and get into the fun part, getting the phone to ring and getting people to contact us. I'll be giving you your marketing Swiss Army knife, all the basic marketing tools you need for your rent-to-own business, including business cards, online classified ads, inexpensive newspaper ads, your website, and more. When you put all of these items into action, you will be getting calls and/or lots of visits to your website. And don't worry, you don't have to be a techie. Module 3, pre-screening, making presentations, and the financials, making the deal work financially. This is one of the most important modules of the entire program. Proper pre-screening of potential clients is vital for success in this business. Due to the sheer volume of interest you're going to generate in your program, it's important that you have a quick and easy way to sort and filter through your prospects, to weed out the people who you cannot work with and find the real gems who you want to do business with. Much of this can be done with your application form, and some of it has to be done over the phone or in person. But just finding a good prospect isn't enough. You also have to know how to properly present your program to them so that they will feel comfortable with you and want to work with you rather than someone else, or not do anything at all. After all, these folks are going to be giving you a lot of money up front and paying you much higher than market rent to get a home. They need to feel comfortable in order to do that. And then there are the financials, how to make the deals work so that you make excellent money, your investors, if you have any, make money, and your client can get into the home at the end of the term. In this section, we show you exactly how we do all of the calculations, how much a client can afford for their home, what their initial deposit should be, what their rent will be, how much you will give them in rental credits, and more. Once you know the numbers, it's important to know how the deal will be structured and what paperwork you need in place to make it legal and binding. And that leads us to Module 4, Rent-to-Own Legal Paperwork. As with all real estate deals, it's important that we have our assets covered with the proper legal documentation. In this module, myself, along with a guest expert, will be taking you through the forms and contracts that you will need to have in place with your clients and your deal partners. For example, agreements between you and your client, your tenant buyer, the initial agreement and the deposit to begin working together, your rent-to-own contract, your option to purchase contract, agreements between you and your investors if you have any. If you're doing sandwich leases, agreements between you and the property owner, all of these different kinds of legal forms. And as a special bonus, a $1,200 bonus, I'll be giving you all of the legal documents that we actually use in our BC rent-to-buy business. I paid over $1,200 to get these documents drawn up for me, and you're going to be getting them for free, no charge. Okay, now the fun starts. Now that you've got a serious client, you know your numbers, and you have your legal documentation in order, now it's time to find the property to get them into. Module 5 covers the house shopping and making offers. In this training module, I'll show you the step-by-step process of working with your realtor, finding a good property that your client will love and that you feel comfortable buying for them. I then share the tips and tricks I use to get good prices and to tie up the deal. Module 6, Sandwich Leases from A to Z. This week we're going to take a break from the client first rent-to-own model and take an in-depth look at how sandwich leases really work. These are ideal to work with if you don't have much money or you don't have any investors to work with you. Here, instead of finding the client first and then letting them pick the house, we're doing it the other way around, finding the house that we can work with and then getting a client for it. We'll be reviewing the entire sandwich lease process, how to find properties, how to structure the deal, and how to attract quality clients to the deal. Next, we have Module 7, buying the home and during the rent-to-own process. Now we're back to our client-first model and going through the steps of actually purchasing the home with or without an investor and getting the client settled into their new home. We also go over the all-important topic of credit repair. It's very important that we continue to work with our clients to ensure that they do what they need to in order to improve their credit so that they can qualify for a traditional mortgage at the end of the deal. After all, the whole purpose of doing this is to sell them the house, right? In this module, we'll take you through the process step by step. And finally, Module 8, working with investors. This question always comes up. How do I do this if I don't have the money and or credit to go and buy the houses for my clients? Well, you got a couple of choices. You can focus more on sandwich leases, which we covered in Module 6, or you can work with investors to put up the money and the credit to purchase the properties for you. In this training session, I walk you through exactly how we work with our investor partners to do client-first rent-to-own deals. I'll show you how we're able to give them an excellent return on investment, and we still make fantastic cash flow and overall profits. In fact, the profit scenarios I showed you earlier were calculated with our investor payouts already taken into account. That's our net profit after paying everybody out. Whew, that's a lot of great material that we're going to be covering in this 8-week training program. Again, my overriding purpose with this program is to give you everything you need to go out and do your very first rent-to-own deal. But even with all of that said, I know that you may still be uncertain about participating. So to take away any concerns you may have about the program, whether you'll like it or whether this is even the kind of business that you want to be in, I will be taking on all of the risk with not one, but 2 guarantees. First, there's my love it or dump it 100% unconditional money back guarantee. Here's how it works. Attend the first 5 of the training modules, and if you aren't absolutely convinced that this training program is worth at least 10 times what I'm charging for it, just let me know and we'll refund you everything that you've paid. Fair enough? That means that you actually get to benefit from over half of the entire training program to see if it's right for you. This gives you plenty of time to learn the most important points of this investment strategy and to see if it's something that you really want to do. If not, no problem. You get all your money back and you lose nothing. And because I'm sure that you will love the entire program and that you'll want to continue after Module 5, I'm also offering you an unheard of $20,000 in 90 days performance guarantee. Here's how this works. If you use what I teach you in the program and you don't create a rent-to-own deal that has a minimum $20,000 profit potential, simply show me that you gave it a good college try and I'll refund you everything you've paid and you get to keep all the course materials as well. Note, this performance guarantee is a conditional guarantee. You have to show me that you've actually taken action and really tried to make things work. Okay, sounds good, right? Now, how much is it going to cost? Considering that the profit potential of this kind of real estate investing is so high, $40,000 or more per deal is not uncommon. Charging half of the profit from one deal would not be unreasonable. Plus, I'm even offering you a $20,000 performance guarantee. So charging $10,000, half of the performance guarantee, would not be a crazy request either. But I'm not going to charge you $20,000 or $10,000 for this first of its kind program. In fact, the investment for this program is actually less than 1/10 of what I'm willing to guarantee you will profit from it. And here's how it works. For non-Canadian Profits members, the investment is $1,997. For Canadian Profits Gold members, the investment is $1,497, and that's a huge $500 discount. For Canadian Profits Diamond members and above, the investment is only $997. That is a phenomenal $1,000 discount off of the non-member price. Note, if you're not currently a member of Canadian Profits, if you're not currently a Gold member or a Diamond member, you're welcome to take advantage of the much reduced member pricing for this course. Getting the $500 Gold member discount requires a minimum 6-month commitment to Canadian real estate profits at our lowest new member price of $49.95 per month. Getting the $1,000 Diamond member discount requires a minimum 2-month commitment to the Elite Diamond level of membership for $239.95 per month. For that small investment, you get all of this. An 8-module live training program you can enjoy from the comfort of your home or office. No travel required. Replays of all the events so you can catch up if you missed a live call. A hard copy of the entire program, including DVDs, CDs, handouts, transcripts, and more. And then you get full email support throughout the entire program from me personally. Plus, there's a $1,500 valuable bonus. Our complete rent-to-own legal documentation library, deal calculator, and client flowchart. I spent over $1,200 in legal fees to have these powerful rent-to-own contracts created, and I'll be giving them to you free of charge. Plus, my team has spent many hours creating deal spreadsheets and client flowcharts to streamline our processes and increase our deal creation efficiency. This is at least a $1,500 value. Now, if you act fast, you'll get even more. I believe in rewarding decisive action, and that's why I'm offering 2 no procrastination bonuses to those who do not procrastinate about enrolling in this rent-to-own training program. Here they are. No procrastination bonus number 1 for the fastest movers. This is a $500 value. For the first 11 students only, I'm giving you a one-on-one consultation certificate with me, Dave Dubeau. You can use this within the next 6 months to discuss anything you want about rent-to-own real estate investing. This is a $500 value, but only for the first 11 people who join up. No procrastination bonus number 2 for speedy movers, a $397 value. For the first 21 students to join, I'll include my Kick Butt Marketing for Real Estate Investors program with over 20 different marketing strategies and ideas for finding deals and getting motivated sellers and buyers to contact you. This is a $397 value, but only for the first 21 students to join up. Now, in spite of all these guarantees and bonuses, I know that there will always be a few people with lingering doubts and questions. So after brainstorming about it with my staff, we came up with several possible concerns you may have about this program. Question. Dave, you say you've got 7 deals on the go. Why should I take your course if there are other people out there with a lot more rent-to-own deals under their belts? Well, that's a fair enough question. I could be like other trainers out there and be a little vague or BS you about how many deals I'm doing, but I like to tell it how it is. I did do several back in the day when I was doing my 18 flips in 18 months, and I currently have 7 on the go. My big brother Dan has done around 20 of them so far. I've got a lot of direct and indirect experience and more than enough to help newbie rent-to-owners. Also, I've been to a seminar put on by a well-known Canadian rent-to-own authority, and although I got some good solid information out of the event, it definitely was not an appropriate for beginners course to get started with. So compared to what I've seen out there that's available, I've created an outstanding beginners program to get you up and running and to get you your first rent-to-own deal under your belt. Question. I like the idea of the training program, but it's kind of pricing, Dave. I'd do it if it were less expensive. Well, there may be other programs that are cheaper. They probably aren't Canadian focused, and chances are they're a home study program, not live presentations where you can get any questions or concerns answered immediately. And I certainly doubt that they offer anything close to the 2 guarantees I'm giving you. So when you compare the profit you can make from just one little mediocre rent-to-own deal, it makes the investment in this program look downright puny. Question. I've heard some bad things about rent-to-own and that people who do it are rip-off artists. I don't want to be associated with that kind of a shady business. Well, a couple of rotten eggs can give everyone in an industry a bad name. It's true that there are a few scumbags out there who prey on people with churn and burn rent-to-own deals. Usually they're landlords with properties they regularly make available as rent-to-own deals. They do this just to get higher rents and initial deposits from people without doing the proper paperwork, and they set things up for their tenants to fail so that they can go and do it all over again. These people are sleazy. I'm not into this kind of rent-to-own, and I don't think you are either. I'm all about doing things ethically and with the cards on the table. At my company, we do our utmost to help our clients to succeed. If you're looking for a real estate business where you can really make a huge impact on people's lives, I can't think of a better one than rent-to-own. Dave, I'm new to real estate investing and I don't have a lot of money for down payments to buy properties. Can I still do this? Well, if you're going to focus on client-first rent-to-own deals, I do suggest that you be your first investor and that you put up the money for your first deal. Then you can go out to other potential investors and show them that you really put your money where your mouth is. But if you can't, I get it. I've been there, done that, got the t-shirt. In that case, you can focus on sandwich leases for your first couple of deals. And then, when you have a bit of experience, either use some of your profits to do a client first deal or attract some investors with your track record. Another question. My credit isn't so good, Dave. Can I do this kind of real estate investing? Sure. Now, it's not going to be as easy as if you had good credit, but when I first got started, I had no credit, which is about the same thing as having bad credit. Basically, it's the same advice as for folks with no money. Either use other people's money, investors, and or focus on doing sandwich leases instead. You don't need money or credit for those. Dave, I like the idea, but I don't think it'll work in my area. I live in, well, pick one of the following. I live in a big city. I live in a small city. I live in a small town. I live in a cheap area, a pricey area. I live in a white-collar town. I live in a blue-collar town, etc., etc., etc. Well, everyone seems to think that where they live, it's different. But there are only two necessary ingredients required for rent-to-own investing to work. First, people with credit challenges. And secondly, houses for sale. I'm pretty sure you've got those in your area. That's all that's required. In other words, rent-to-own will work anywhere. But at the end of the day, it all comes down to you. If you are excited about the idea of doing rent-to-own real estate investing, then you will want to participate in this program. But I must warn you, there is a four-letter word involved here. Work. It isn't going to be a cakewalk. If you are a fundamentally lazy person with no get up and go, then this is not the program for you. Quite frankly, I don't know anything that is, except maybe buying lotto tickets and hoping to strike it rich that way. Good luck with that. Also, this is not a get-rich-quick scheme that will automatically deposit vast sums of money into your bank account every month with no effort on your part. If that's what you're looking for, then I suggest you answer one of those emails from a friendly Nigerian who wants to park his untold millions with you for safekeeping. Rent-to-own investing is for the kind of person who wants to take charge of their own finances, the person who wants to be their own boss and reap the rewards of their efforts, someone who wants to be involved in a business that not only can produce outstanding profits, but can truly help a lot of people at the same time. So if you're that kind of person and you're willing to put in a little bit of time to learn how the business works, and if you're ready to take action and make things happen for you, then this is definitely the right course for you. And of course, your decision to invest in this program is 100% risk-free with not one but two guarantees. The love it or dump it unconditional 100% money-back guarantee, where you can attend the first 5 of the training modules, and if you aren't absolutely convinced this training program is worth at least 10 times what you invested, just let me know and we'll refund you everything you've paid. Plus, you've got my $20,000 in 90 days performance guarantee. If you use what I teach you within 90 days of finishing the program and you don't create a rent-to-own deal with a minimum $20,000 profit potential, just show me that you gave it a good college try and it didn't work out. And I'll refund you everything you've paid, plus you get to keep all of the course materials as well. So not only am I guaranteeing your satisfaction with the course, I'm also giving you a performance guarantee that the materials I teach you will work if you use them. You simply cannot get any more risk-free than that. So enrolling is easy. Either click on the appropriate Add to Cart button below this video and enroll through our secure online site, or you can call a live operator on our toll-free number at 1-866-680-3842 and get signed up with either Cindy or Shannon. That's Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 4:30 Pacific Time. But remember, enroll now to secure your spot in the group and to be one of the quick-acting people to get the no procrastination bonuses. The program begins on Thursday, September the 8th, and the deadline for registration is Wednesday, September the 7th at 12 noon Pacific Time. Congratulations on your desire to create serious cash flow through rent-to-own real estate investing, the win-win way. I look forward to meeting you and working with you on the course. Take charge of your financial future through rent-to-own real estate investing. Click on the Add to Cart button now.